it does seem that the Ukrainians have given up fighting for the steel plant there that has been the last line of defense in that city. Officials say that more than 260 people have been evacuated from the steel plant there, more than 50 who were seriously injured. They were taken to a facility for medical care. And officials in Kharkiv say Ukrainian forces continue their advances in the region. They say it has helped to reduce but not eliminate Russian artillery attacks on that city. I want to bring in Mark Hertling, a retired military general, a CNN military analyst. General, thank you so much for being with us. I believe the most important development here, the one we should really be focused on, is out of Mariupol, where it does seem the Ukrainians have told us that they've given up fighting, given up trying to hold on to the steel plant there that's been the last line of defense. Talk to me about the strategic significance of that.
Well, for over 70 days, John, the fighters within that construction part of the steel plant have held off estimates somewhere between 12 and 14,000 Russians. So you're talking about anywhere from probably 10 to 12 battalion tactical groups. What's important about that is those units were supposed to take that city, secure that city very quickly, and then move to other locations, either to the west toward Kherson and possibly even Odessa to create a link-up operation, or to the north into the Donbass, the Donetsk region. They have not been able to do that. Those small group of fighters, injured as they've been, courageous as they've been, have held off the Russian forces that are extremely, they're required in some of the other areas of operations. And because they have prevented the movement of those Russian forces, the Ukrainian forces have had successes in other areas of the battlefield.
So that talks about what the importance of Mariupol has been to this point, that inside that city, the Ukrainians really have been able to divert a huge amount of Russian material and resources. But now that that appears to be over, now that the Ukrainians do appear to be leaving there, what can the Russians make of it?
Well, first of all, it's not only a physical battle, John, it's also a psychological one. Since you've zoomed on the map there, look where Mariupol is in connection with the contested area of the Donbass, the Donetsk Republic. It is right on the border. Since 2014, the Russians have said they wanted Mariupol. That is considered the eye of the Azov Sea. It is a critically important psychological target that the Russians have not been able to gain over the last 8 years. But now they have gained it, but they've destroyed the city in the process. If you were to zoom in on another map to see the roads and railroads going to the east and west and to the north out of Mariupol, that is a huge city, what's called a critical point in a line of communication, the ability to do resupplies from Rostov-on-Don, a Russian city further to the east, all the way to Odessa and beyond. There's a highway called the M14 that runs through Mariupol, as well as a railroad line. So all of those things are critically important for the Russians for resupply, logistics in this operations going in and out of Crimea to the east and in and out of Crimea to the west. If they didn't have Mariupol, they were thwarted from doing that. But now, truthfully, John, that city has been utterly destroyed. It's criminal what the Russians have done to that in terms of bombardment and artillery strikes. So they may be able to use the routes, but it's still going to be extremely difficult. And truthfully, even though the Ukrainians have said they've taken the injured and the wounded out of that, about 300 soldiers, I would suggest they probably still have some soldiers in that, and it's still going to be a headache for the Russians as they continue to try and fight there.
Well, we will see over the coming days, to be sure. General Hertling, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
You bet, John. Thanks.